business was I grew up in Los Angeles, and I was studying business in college and never done a school play or anything. But
Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind that famous mustache and charming smile? Tom Selleck, the guy who seemed to have it all, the hit shows, the big movies, the beautiful family, just opened up in 2025 about how close he came to losing everything. On live TV, he shared that after his long-running show ended, he wasn't sure he could keep his beloved ranch, the place that's been his safe haven for decades. And that's not all. A secret wedding under fake names, a heartbreaking scandal over stolen water, a tragic death on his set that changed Hollywood forever, and watching his own son battle addiction while the world cheered his success. It's a story that will make you laugh, cry, and think twice about what fame really costs. Stick with me as I take you through Tom's incredible life, from his tough early days to the hidden pains that shaped him into the man we know today. You won't believe how much he's been through and how he's still fighting to hold on. Let's start at the very beginning, back in a busy city full of factories and dreams. Tom Selleck came into the world on a chilly winter day, January 29, 1945, right in Detroit, Michigan. His mom, Martha, was the kind of lady who stayed home to make sure everything ran smoothly for the family, cooking meals and keeping the house warm. His dad, Robert, had a job buying and selling houses, but he also served in the Army during the Big War, working on huge planes called B-29 bombers. Tom wasn't the first kid. He had an older brother named Bob who was born just a year before, in 1944. Later, two more siblings joined them, a sister named Martha and a brother named Daniel. Life in Detroit was noisy and full of hard work, with smoke from the car factories filling the air and everyone hustling to make ends meet. But Tom's dad had bigger ideas. He dreamed of a place with more chances, somewhere warmer where the family could grow without all the city chaos. When Tom was only 3 years old, in 1948, his dad made a brave choice. He quit his safe job and moved the whole family across the country to California. It wasn't easy. His new job with a real estate company called Coldwell Banker paid only when he sold houses. No steady money coming in every week. That meant some days were scary, wondering if there'd be enough for food or bills. They ended up in a quiet spot called Sherman Oaks, which back then was mostly open fields and farms, not the fancy neighborhood it is now. Tom's dad bet everything on this move, and it worked out in the end. By 1960, he was earning a lot, about $70,000 a year, which was almost as much as the President of the United States made. But for little Tom, those early years were about adjusting to a new world, playing in the dirt, and watching his parents work hard to build something better. Growing up tall wasn't always fun for Tom. He shot up faster than the other kids, ending up at 6 feet 4 inches by the time he was done growing. In school, he felt like a giant, sticking out in every class photo and sometimes getting teased for it. It made him shy and a bit unsure of himself at first. But he turned that height into a strength on the sports field. In Grant High School, he joined the basketball team and became one of the best players, using his long arms to grab rebounds and score points. He loved baseball too, swinging the bat with power and running the bases like he owned them. Sports gave him confidence, a way to fit in and feel good about who he was. But life threw him a curveball when he was just 17. He was out for a drive with two friends on a twisty road called Mulholland Drive, the kind with sharp turns and steep drops. Suddenly, the car skidded out of control, flew off the road, and crashed hard. It was his mom's red Chevy Corvair, and the wreck was so bad it could have killed them all. They made it out alive, but Tom never forgot that moment. He wrote about it later in his book, saying it made him more careful, more grateful for every day. It was like a wake-up call, reminding him how quickly things can change. Money was tight in those early California days, even as his dad started doing better. He learned young that you have to work for what you want. In high school, he got a job at a clothing store, folding shirts and helping customers after classes. He stuck with it even when he started thinking about acting, because bills don't pay themselves. College was next, but he picked a cheap one called Valley Junior College so he could live at home and save cash. His big dream was the University of South Carolina, USC. But they didn't offer him money for basketball at first. He turned down a full ride to another school in Montana because his heart was set on USC. So he worked harder, saved every penny, and finally got in 1965. He played on the basketball team there, but it didn't go great. He only scored a few points in some games, and the coaches said he needed to get better at defense. His sports dreams started fading, but he kept studying business, figuring out how to make a living in the real world. While in college, Tom picked up odd jobs to help out. He worked for an airline as a student helper on campus, talking to kids about flying. His friends in his group, called Sigma Chi, dared him to go on a TV show called The Dating Game in 1965, and then again in 1967. Can you imagine? He had to sit there answering silly questions, trying to win a date. But he lost both times, and it felt awful, like the whole country was laughing at him. He told people later it was the most embarrassing thing he'd ever done. But sometimes bad things lead to good. A person who finds actors saw him on the show and thought he looked right for a Pepsi ad. Tom got the job. All he had to do was dunk a basketball while drinking soda. He drank so much during the filming that he felt sick, but the $1,000 he earned was huge. That led to a chance with a big movie company, 20th Century Fox, to learn acting.
Then came a scary time for every young man back then, the Vietnam War. In 1967, Tom got a letter saying he had to join the Army. Instead of going overseas to fight, he signed up for the California National Guard in a group called the 160th Infantry. He served for 6 years, from 1967 to 1973, working his way up to sergeant and then a kind of officer after special training. He even helped during big riots in Los Angeles, keeping peace on the streets. But it cost him. The movie company let him go while he was away. He kept his Army clothes in his car, ready to go if called, even when he was trying out for acting jobs. When he got back to Hollywood, he joined acting classes at a place called the Beverly Hills Playhouse, taught by a tough guy named Milton Casalis. The lessons were hard. The teacher yelled a lot, made students do crazy things like pull their hair to feel angry. Some people thought it was too mean, almost like a group that controls you. But Tom stuck with it, learning how to really feel emotions on stage. He never joined any weird groups, but he worked hard to get better. To pay for all this, Tom did modeling for cigarette ads like Salem. His tall, good-looking self was perfect for pictures and magazines. It paid better than his airline job, but later when he got famous, people asked why he helped sell something bad, like smoking. He didn't like those questions. He was just trying to make money as a young guy. The dating game losses stuck with him too, making him doubt if he belonged on TV. But he kept pushing. In 1969, he got a small part in a show called Judd for the Defense. It felt like a win, but then something silly happened. He got fired from another job because he was too tall. At 6'4", he made the other actors look short, and directors didn't know how to film it. One boss even said his height was a problem. It hurt, like being told you're wrong just for being you. For years, he took tiny roles just to stay in the business. From 1974 to 1979, he showed up in 6 episodes of a detective show called The Rockford Files, playing a character named Lance White. It could have helped him get noticed, but behind the cameras, things got tense with the main star, James Garner. Tom wanted his guy to seem real and smart, but James thought he should be more funny and goofy. They argued about what to say and how to act, changing scenes right before filming. The whole team felt the stress, like walking on eggshells. It made work feel heavy instead of fun. Before that, in 1972, Tom did a scary movie called Daughters of Satan, filmed far away in the Philippines. The set was dangerous. During a fire scene, the fake flames turned real and got too close. Tom got small burns, his hair smelled like smoke. The workers couldn't always understand each other because of different languages, but they had to finish. The company kept it quiet, but Tom was scared. He had no choice but to keep going, learning that Hollywood isn't always glamorous. In 1976, he got a quick spot on Charlie's Angels as a boyfriend, but after one show, they let him go. The bosses said his height made the girls look tiny, and there wasn't enough spark. The show became huge, but Tom went back to ads. He was so poor he had only one nice suit, wearing it to every tryout. A director for a soap ad remembered him showing up in that same outfit, on and off camera. It was tough, feeling like he was going nowhere. Tom almost said no to the role that changed his life forever. When he first saw the story from Magnum PI, he didn't like it. The character seemed like a fake spy, with a fancy house by the sea, a mean dog, and even a flying machine with guns. He'd done 6 bad test shows before that didn't work, and this felt like his last try. But he was honest. He told the makers, "I don't want to play someone who's just tough and tall like I look." He wanted jokes and heart. The writer, Donald Belisario, heard him and changed the whole thing, even after they started filming. It slowed things down, made the TV company worried, but it saved the show. Magnum became smart, funny, and real, just like Tom wanted. While still married to his first wife, Jacqueline Ray, he met someone special in 1984. Her name was Gilly Mack, a dancer from England in a show called Cats. Tom loved the musical so much he went back 12 times. His friend Jane Seymour thought it was odd. Who watches the same thing over and over? Rumors flew about them dating, papers following them around. Gilly didn't even know who Tom was at first. Her TV got stolen, so she'd never seen his show. But they talked after performances, had quiet meals. Tom and Jacqueline split in 1982, but people always wondered if Gilly was why. That question followed them for years, like a shadow they couldn't shake. Right before Magnum got big, in 1980, Tom was picked for a huge movie role, Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark. The directors loved him, especially how he acted with the girl in tests. But he was stuck with his TV deal. He told them the truth, the network wouldn't let him go. Then actors went on strike, stopping Magnum for 6 months. That was exactly when he could have done the movie. Instead, he waited in Hawaii, and another actor, Harrison Ford, took it and became a superstar. Tom said later he didn't feel like a victim, but it stung. That choice might have cost him millions, a whole different path in life. That same year, something awful happened on the Magnum set. A helicopter crashed into the ocean during a normal filming day off Hawaii. The cameraman, Robert Vanderkar, who was 33, didn't make it out. The pilot, Roland Sanders, got hurt bad, but lived. He dove down trying to save his friend, over and over. Tom was heartbroken. He fought with the big studio to make things safer, asking for more helpers, extra helicopters, and better plans. They said it was too expensive. Tom said, "We're talking about people's lives here." His push helped change rules for everyone in movies and TV, making sets less dangerous, but the pain of that day stayed with him, a reminder of how risky his job could be. By the time Magnum ended on May 1st, 1988, millions tuned in for the last show, over 50 million people. But getting there was a battle. The network wanted to stop it earlier, even trying to kill off Magnum in the 7th year. He got shot, went into a coma, and the screen showed him walking to a bright light. Fans were so mad they complained everywhere. The company had to bring him back for 1 more year, costing a fortune. Each episode was $1.2 million to make. They told Tom to cut fancy scenes, no more helicopters, cheaper actors. He said no, it would ruin what made the show special. He protected it like a dad protects his kid, fighting every day. Tom didn't just do TV. In 1987, he starred in a funny movie called 3 Men and a Baby that made $167 million. But a weird rumor started. In one part, people saw a shadow like a boy behind curtains. Stories spread that the place was haunted, that a kid died there. It got so big Tom had to explain on TV. It was just a cardboard picture of another actor from a cut scene. They filmed on a fake set in Canada, not a real house. But the ghost tale helped sell more copies, and the company didn't mind. In 1990, Tom went to Australia for Quigley Down Under, riding horses and doing tricks in hot, rough land. He loved the role, saying it was one of his best, but the movie didn't make much money. He clashed with the weather and different ways of working, but he was proud anyway. Around 1989, he was considered for Batman, along with other big names. He said no. Comic movies weren't cool yet, and he was busy with Magnum.
The guy who got it, Michael Keaton, faced hate at first, but the film made over $400 million and started a whole new kind of movie. Tom regretted that one later, wondering what if. 1992 brought Mr. Baseball, where Tom played an old player sent to Japan. It showed funny mix-ups between cultures, and he trained hard to look real. Some real ball players used it to learn about playing abroad. But it didn't sell well. Critics called it sloppy. It was his first big flop after Hits, a reminder that not everything works. In 1997, In and Out had Tom kissing another guy, Kevin Kline, for a long 12 seconds. Fans were shocked. Tom supported gun rights and gave money to certain politics. People asked if it matched his beliefs. He said, "I'm just pretending for the camera. That doesn't make me wise like a king." He did the job as an actor, and it helped open doors for more stories about different kinds of love in movies. From 1995 to 2000, Tom popped up on Friends as Monica's older boyfriend Richard. He had trouble with the fast, sarcastic talk, asking Matthew Perry for tips. When Perry wore a fake mustache like Tom's, everyone laughed hard. Tom's character joked back, "Nice mustache. When you grow up, it'll fill in." The cast cracked up. It was fun, but showed Tom could fit into new worlds. 1998 tried a new show, The Closer, but it bombed. Only 10 episodes, bad numbers, mean reviews. Tom was sad, taking a whole year off at his ranch to think. It taught him about bouncing back from fails. Then came Jesse Stone movies from 2005 to 2015, 9 TV films from books. Tom even helped write some. Older folks loved them, beating big shows in watchers. But someone said he stole ideas, leading to a quiet money deal. No one talked, and the films kept coming. In 1986, on Boston Legal, his real views on guns clashed with the show's ideas. Scripts made fun of it, cast argued during reads. It helped him decide to leave a gun group board in 2018. 2004's Ike Countdown to D-Day had Tom as a war leader, filmed in New Zealand with long days. It was good, but the stress almost hurt his marriage to Jilly. Playing that role made him tired in body and heart, spilling into home. From 2010 to 2024, Blue Bloods had Tom as Frank Reagan, police boss, earning $200,000 each show. In 2023, they asked for 25% less pay to save it. He said yes, losing over $1 million. But it ended anyway. Finale December 13th, 2024. He read a poem, everyone cried, but the company said no more. He begged to keep going, frustrated they ignored good numbers. In 2015, a stunt hurt his knee bad, leading to pain for years. By 2025, he got both knees fixed, scars showing. He needed help walking, used a stick or truck, but he kept filming, tough as ever. The family dinners on Blue Bloods was Tom's idea, wanting real feels like his home. But he argued with writers over some stories he thought were too new age. Actors had tricks not to eat too much. One ate 17 rolls before learning better. Tom just added butter. When the sickness hit in 2020, filming stopped. Tom, 75 then, stayed on his ranch, feeling age and pain. In his 2024 book, You Never Know, he said he got sad, arthritis hurting, hard to move. But he showed up for work. Tom married Jacqueline Ray in 1971, a model who stuck by him when he was unknown. She helped through lean years, no jobs, little money. But fame from Magnum in the 80s changed things. Hawaii filming, attention from fans. Jacqueline saw it on TV, felt left behind. Friends said island life pulled him away. Their 1982 split gave her some support, a car, house, but only 3 years. It hurt after her sacrifices. Just 5 years later, 1987, Tom married Jilly secretly at Lake Tahoe August 7th. Fake names, Tom Jenkins, Susie Mack. Even the preacher didn't know till last minute. Forgot the license, someone rushed to fix it. Only family, no press, simple photos. But work pulled them away early on, almost breaking them. They got help talking it out. Their daughter Hannah came in 1988, born on the ranch. Dream at first, but quiet life was lonely sometimes. Hannah had animals, dogs, cows, sheep, bunnies, horses, but few kids around. Horses saved her, she said, with parents' help, or ranch might have swallowed her.
Tom adopted Jacqueline's son Kevin in 1987 when Kevin was 21. But Kevin had hard times. As a teen, almost sent away to school. In 20s, drank too much. Tom got him to Betty Ford rehab. Even after troubles, 2011 sued for $6,000 debt. Tom tried everything: cash, words, space. Kevin married, had 6 kids. Got better, but worries stayed. 1988, Tom bought 63-acre ranch from Dean Martin for $5 million. Peaceful, but 2015 drought brought trouble. Sued for taking 1.4 million gallons water from public spot, trucked 12 times. Settled paying $21,685, stopped. Drought killed 2,500 avocado trees by 2023, even old oaks. Tom, heartbroken, joked he didn't like avocados but sold them. Business gone. 2024, Blue Blood's end hit hard. Earning millions, but said on TV not sure a Ford ranch without work. Set for life? Maybe not here. Worth $12 million now, but loans from 2000s, $15–16 million. Offered pay cut to save show. Were winning nights. Didn't work. By 2025, health worse. At 80, friends said he looked tired, heavier, gut showing. Once rode ATVs checking flowers, now barely moves. Arthritis, knee ops 2024, scars. Meds made hungry. Depression led to secret fast food. Friends worried eating too much, risk heart problems, stroke. 6'4", near 350 pounds, doctors warned sugar issues. Jilly by side, but tired too. She helped, cut junk, more walks. Friend Sam Elliott pushed healthy changes. Tom hates retiring, scares him. But body says rest. May 2024 book, You Never Know, bestseller. 320 pages, honest stories. Childhood, parties, missed roles, fame regrets. Open like never. 2025, spin-off Boston Blue with Donnie Wahlberg. Tom wanted in, but health might stop. Insiders say cameos possible, but hard. He bagged, but team quiet. By 2026, friends think he steps back. Doesn't want, but knees, heart, weight scream stop. Ranch, once joy, now heavy. Fears lose it. Need work to keep. But time flies. Might fade there, with Jilly, memories on 63 silent acres. Tom's tale shows fame's price. Secret wedding, water mess, set death, son's fight. 2025 fears losing all, but he holds on. Humble, loving. If this moved you, like, share, subscribe for more real stories. Thanks.